All right, a second round of stimulus payments to Americans is hanging in limbo right now. Democrats want another round to go out, and President Trump also is not ruling out the idea. Senate Republicans remain divided, many either on the fence or opposed to it. House Democrats passed a $3 trillion bill that includes another round of stimulus. Republicans haven't settled on an amount they're comfortable with yet to continue negotiations as the Senate heads into a 2-week recess.